From Facebook to Twittering, tweets, emails, texts, with all the technology, are your words getting lost in translation? We're paging our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, this morning with the results of an interesting study about face-to-face communication, which we don't have, unfortunately. You're in Atlanta, I'm here. I hope we don't get lost in translation.
I know, it is pretty amazing. And it's also amazing that people have conference calls with people just down the hall. That has become the way of our culture. And researchers decided to put this to the test and figure out if it makes a difference if you can see somebody as well as hearing them. That was the focus of this study. What they did was they created these specific examples where they had someone mouthing words, for example, and they wanted to show that basically if someone was just hearing the audio in a moderately noisy environment, for example, someone had a bad cell phone connection, if they heard these single-syllable words, they only got it right about 10% of the time. Now, if they also saw the person speaking in addition to hearing them, it went up to about 60%. So you had a six-fold improvement if you saw the person as well as hearing them. And interestingly enough, if you couldn't hear them at all but just saw them talking, you got it right about 6% of the time. So lip reading together with hearing the person talk can make a huge difference. That was sort of the focus of this particular study. Now, I should point out to your point, Karen, you and I do television together every day. But what's sort of interesting, and I think this might be interesting for the viewers, is Scotty, show the viewers what I'm actually seeing. I'm actually not seeing Karen at all. I'm just seeing this blank screen. Scotty, go ahead and show them the camera over here. It is totally different than what people might expect. Go ahead, Scotty. Show them the.
Maybe what you're saying is Scotty's getting lost in translation.
I think Scotty's not quite hearing what I'm saying here, but that's all right. That didn't quite work the way I hoped, but that's all right. The point is that I don't get to see you when we talk. I'm just seeing this sort of blank monitor, and that's sort of one of the things that happens in television.
Yeah, exactly, and you're right. It actually does illustrate the point that face-to-face, you're able to sort of read people's body language, or you're able to get a gauge of their stress level, just all of those things that happen organically in our culture, because of our fast pace and because of all the ways that we're able to communicate besides just being next to a person. It seems that some of that's really getting lost.
Yeah, you know what's sort of interesting about speech from a neuroscience level is that we interpret things the way we see them as well as the way we hear them all the time. Part of the issue is that what we hear and what we see are sort of processed in totally different areas of the brain. But there is one area of the brain called the superior colliculus. The name's not that important, but if you take away half the brain here and sort of focus in on one particular area, it's only here where you actually have both audio and visual sort of coming together. That's a very important thing, because if you can make that area sort of hum and click, then a person's going to have a lot better sense of interpreting you.